The Gospel of John, chapter 8. Do y'all know what really happened with the adulterous woman and the religious leaders that brought her to Jesus? You have to know the law of God to understand this chapter right here fully. I'm about to put y'all on. So the book of Deuteronomy, by the way, this was Jesus' favorite book to quote out of. But the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22, verse 22 says, if a man is discovered committing adultery, both he and the woman must die. In this way, you will purge Israel of such evil. So mind you, at verse 4, they said, this woman was caught in the act of adultery. The law of Moses says to stone her. What do you say? What? This can't be real. Y'all supposed to be the religious leaders, the teachers, and y'all left out the most important part of this law, that is supposed to be both the people that's committing adultery and not just the woman. They were trying to trap him into saying something they could use against him, but Jesus stooped down and wrote in the dust with his finger. What is he writing? How are they trying to trap him, you ask? All right, so let me break it down. They were hoping that Jesus would say to stone her because he's a prophet, and prophets of God don't go against God's law. But the thing is, if he actually said to stone her, they would be in trouble, or he would be in trouble by the Romans. You want to know why? Here, I'll show you. John 18, chapter 31. Listen to this. Pilate said, then take him away and judge him by your own law. But they said only the Romans are permitted to execute someone. So they were trying to set Jesus up with the Romans. So technically, Jesus was screwed either way. Damned if he did, damned if he didn't. But he's too wise. You can't get over on the rabbi. So this is what Jesus did. So it says at verse 6, they were trying to trap him into saying something they could use against him, but Jesus stooped down and wrote in the dust with his finger. Why is he writing in the dust? And why isn't John telling us what he's writing? Here, I'm about to put y'all on again. See, this is why if you haven't read the Old Testament, you don't get the full story of what's going on in the New Testament. Exodus chapter 31 verse 18 says, when the Lord finished speaking with Moses on Mount Sinai, he gave him the 2 stone tablets inscribed with the terms of the covenant written by the finger of God. What do you think Jesus is trying to tell them here? And Jeremiah chapter 17 verse 13. I got it on parallel because this is only in the KJV. But it says, O Lord, the hope of Israel, all who forsake you shall be ashamed. Those who depart from me shall be written in the earth, because they have forsaken the Lord, the fountain of living waters. Do you see it now? So back at John, they kept demanding an answer from him, and he stood up again and said, all right, but let the one who has never sinned throw the first stone. Then he stooped down again and wrote in the dust. When the accusers heard this, they slipped away one by one, beginning with the oldest, until only Jesus was left.